Good morning, students. Welcome to Chanakya Academy online classes, Standard 12th, Science, Subject Biology. Yes, so let's continue with chapter number 13, Adaptations. Now, again, this adaptation, you very well know what is adaptation. Okay, but still, let's see what they have written in NCERT. So, let's start with adaptation. While considering the various alternatives available to organisms for coping with extremes in their environment, we have seen that some are able to respond through certain physiological adjustment while others do so behaviorally. Okay, that they are migrating temporarily to less stressful habitat. Okay, so if the conditions they are living, okay, or we can say if the environment in which they are living, they have some response against that environment, and that make them physiological adjustments, and this adjustment or this response which the organisms are doing in reference to environment, okay, we call it as adaptations. Okay, so let's see the definition. So these responses are also actually their adaptations. So we can say that adaptation is an attribute of the organism. Which attributes they are talking about? Morphological, physiological and behavior. Okay, all of them. That enables the organisms to survive and reproduce in their habitat. Okay, so adaptation means they have to survive in that environment. Not only survival, but they have to reproduce. So once these two phenomena are done by an organism, we can say that the organism have adapted themselves and they can survive well in those conditions. Okay, many adaptations have evolved over a long evolutionary time and are genetically fixed in the absence of an external source of water. Okay, this you know. Example they have given is kangaroo rat. You must have seen a kangaroo rat. Okay, not kangaroo, but it is kangaroo rat in North America. Okay, which is living in desert. Is capable of meeting all its water requirement through its internal fat oxidation. Okay, that means the fat which the rat is having, through its oxidation the water requirement is fulfilled. Okay, we know that in desert scarcity of water is there and each organism require this water, so that there's an adaptation which is occupied by kangaroo rat. Okay, it also has the ability to concentrate its urine so that minimal volume of water is used to remove excretory waste. So these are the adaptations. There are many adaptations which you have heard in your previous classes, but these are some other adaptations they are talking about. Okay, you must have heard about the pines, okay, the thorns which the plants they are having. Okay, this is what the adaptation to that environmental conditions. Okay, many desert plants have a thick cuticle on their leaf surface and have their stomata arrangement in deep pits to minimize water loss through transpiration. They also have a specialized photosynthetic pathway, that is CAM, in that enables their stomata to remain closed during daytime. Okay, see we did the pathway C3 and C4 pathway. One more pathway is there, that is CAM pathway. This CAM pathway is basically done in desert or plants. Okay, where in daytime, because the temperature is very high, so water loss through transpiration can occur. So to minimize that, they have a specialized pathway called as CAM pathway. What this CAM pathway is doing, this CAM pathway enables the stomata to remain closed during daytime. Okay, so that means this pathway will allow the stomata to get closed, and as the stomata remains closed, the process of photosynthesis will not take place. So where and how they will do photosynthesis? So the process of photosynthesis in these plants are done during night. So they have a specialized pathway, not C3 and C4, but a specialized pathway called as CAM pathway. See, this pathway we have not done because it is not there in your syllabus. But just have an idea that CAM pathway is usually done in desert plants where the stomata remains closed during daytime and it gets opened during night time. So as it gets opened during night time, the process of photosynthesis will take place during that time. Okay. Yes, let's move further. Some desert plants like Opnium have no leaves. They are reduced to spine. Okay, the thorns which I'm talking about, you know, that is the modifications, that is the adaptations which they are doing. And the photosynthetic function is taken over by the flattened stem. Yes, now in mammals also, mammals from colder climates generally have shorter ears and limbs to minimize heat loss. Okay, in the polar seas, aquatic mammals like seals have a thick layer of fat below their skin that acts as an insulator and reduce loss of body heat. Okay, so see, the adaptation and the definition of adaptation and general points of adaptation you must have studied. So how to write these points? For adaptation, you write the definition, some of the general points, and then explain this adaptation giving 4 to 5 examples. Okay, if it is asked during exam. So the example which is given in your NCERTs, state these examples. Okay, just don't write the paragraph and simply stop. Write examples. And if they are asking to write 2 examples, then write 2 examples only. But if they have not stated, at least write 3 to 4 examples of adaptations. Okay, so here you can see in your NCERT they have given many examples. So from them, pick some examples and make notes like that only. Okay, let's move further. Some organism possesses adaptations that are physiological which allow them to respond quickly to a stressful situation. If you had ever been to any high altitude place, okay, that is, if we are talking about Manali and Mansarovars, we have the Rohan Pass, okay, in China occupied Tibet. You must have experienced that. It's called altitude sickness. Okay, its symptoms include nausea, fatigue, and heart palpitation. This is because in a lower atmospheric pressure, okay, just see, because what we have lower atmospheric pressure of high altitude. The body does not get enough oxygen. Okay, as we are moving into altitude, high altitude, the oxygen in our body will not be enough. But gradually you get acclimatized and stop experiencing altitude sickness. Okay, that means when you are climbing such a mountain, okay, when you are climbing you may experience nausea, fatigue, okay, but when you have crossed a limit, after that you will not experience anything, you will become normal. So what is this? That means your body has now adapted according to the environment. Okay, yes, the body compensates low oxygen availability by increasing red blood cell production, decreasing in binding capacity of hemoglobin, and by increasing breathing rate. So these are the changes, okay, which your body will do when you are climbing the Himalayas. Okay, yes, let's move further. In most animals, the metabolic reactions and hence all the physiological functions proceed optimally in narrow temperature range, that is from minus 37 degree Celsius. but there are microbes that are archaebacteria, okay, that we have done, that flourish in hot springs and deep sea hydrothermal vents where the temperature far exceeds 100 degrees Celsius. How this is possible? See, archaebacteria, they are the bacteria which can survive in extreme conditions. So their body is, you can say, they are made in such a way, they have adapted their body in such a way that they can live in these extreme conditions. So this is adaptations. Each and every organisms cannot live if they are given some different climate. They have to adapt themselves according to that climate. Okay, see the polar bears which are living in colder regions, if you shift them, okay, what will happen? They will not survive because they are adapted to that climatic conditions only. So that is adaptations. Many fishes thrive in Antarctic waters where the temperature is always below zero. A large variety of marine invertebrates and fishes have live at great depths in oceans where the pressure would be more than 100 times the normal atmospheric pressure that we experience. Organisms, okay, living in such extreme environment show a facilitating era of biochemical adaptations. See, adaptation always is related to array of biochemical reactions. Okay, see, whatever things which are going inside your body, okay, all of them are related to metabolic activities, some activities going within an organism, and that is biochemical reactions, or we can say metabolic reactions. All these metabolic or biochemical reactions are linked with your environment. Yes, it is all linked with environment. See, you must have noticed that when winters are there, okay, we feel cold, and what we do, we take that diet which give us more heat or produce more heat. Okay, so we take that kind of food which provides more energy so that our body can become stabilized or produce more heat. Okay, but during summer we take that food which have more water content, more water molecules in them, more water volume in them. So because of all these things, we are adapted to that environment. That is in a small scale, but in extreme conditions or extreme environment, there are many biochemical reactions within an organisms which are taking place, and that is the era of biochemical reactions, and all that reactions are leading to adaptation of that organism. Okay, see, if that body has to survive, the Darwin's theory, okay, or landmarks theory, I don't know you have studied or not, but they told that if an organism have to survive in that environment, they have to adapt themselves, and if they will not adapt themselves according to the climate, they will die. So each and every organism has this capacity to develop a biochemical adaptation mechanism where its body will automatically adapt the environment. Okay, if the environment is very extreme, then it will be taking time. Suppose the polar bear, if you take that polar bear and bring it, okay, from the coldest region to the hottest region, that is extreme climate, so it will not survive, it will may take time, or it will not survive. So these are the conditions. If you take fresh water organism and if you put them in saline water, they may not survive because that are the extreme conditions. But if plus minus 5 to 10 degree temperature or salinity is changed, they can adapt themselves to that climate, to that environment. Okay, so that is adaptation. Yes, let's move further. Some organisms show behavioral response to cope with variation in their environment. Desert lizard lack a physiological ability that mammals have to deal with the high temperature of their habitat, but manage to keep their body temperature fairly constant by behavioral means. Okay, their base in the sun and absorb heat when their body temperature drops below the comfort zone. Okay, they can mask the heat. Okay, they can consume, they can absorb the heat, and what they can do, they can make their body temperature drop below the comfort zone. Okay, but move into a shade when the ambient temperatures start increasing. Okay, so these are the changes which an organism can do. Okay, and that is the physiological change which they are doing. Some species are capable of burrowing into soil to hide and escape from the above ground heat. Okay, these are the small adaptations which each and every organism is doing. Either they are moving to the damp areas, damp soils, or they are burrowing and moving into the soil area. Yes, now see why this adaptation is important. Okay, so adaptation is the most essential factor in which an organism has to adapt the habitat in which it lives. Okay, so this is one of the thing and very important thing. Then adaptation is the most essential factor of living beings. If an organism fails to adapt the particular environment, the immune system fails to work, in which the organisms become ill and even dies due to failure. Okay, so this is why adaptation is very important. Now what causes adaptation? So adaptation are the result of evolution. Okay, so as the earth is evolving, as we are evolving, this evolution is causing adaptation in the organism. Okay, so evolution is a change in a species over a long period of time. Adaptation usually occur because a gene mutates or changes by accident. Okay, some mutation can help an animal or plant survive better than other in the species without the mutation. Okay, so during evolution, any change either in the genes, okay, or in the physiological character. Accidentally, if it happens, then the organisms became changed, and this causes them to adapt themselves towards their new phase. Yes, now see some of the adaptations which are seen in camels. Okay, I'll show you one or two examples. Okay, so in a camel, we know that camel live in desert where the condition is very extreme. So how they have adapted themselves? Okay, so these are some of the adaptations, like they have stretchy nostrils, okay, which is keeping out sand. Okay, so we know that various sand dunes are there. So in that sand dunes, how the camel is surviving. Okay, then leathery mouth help camel eat spine plants. Okay, then second is long eyelashes help to keep sand out of eyes. Okay, so with this the sand doesn't enter into their eyes. Hair on the back to protect against sun. Hump for storing food. Okay, long length keeps camel off the hot sand, helps to keep cool. Okay, and most important, they have padded feet, which is their best adaptation to stop sinking into the sand and to protect from the heat of the ground. Okay, so these are some of the adaptation which the camel have done in their body so as to survive the heat. Okay, let's see the another one. Okay, polar bear, as I've told you, they are living in cold regions. So what they have changed? So most bear eat some plant matter, but where polar bear lives, they have adapted to a totally carnivorous lifestyle. Okay, they have now changed their lifestyle into carnivorous. Muscle hump over shoulders for catching large prey. Okay, and they have white fur, help them hide in plain sights. Okay, because there is snow everywhere. So it is adaptation. And they have large furry feet for walking on ice and so. Okay, so these are some of the adaptation which the polar bear have done to make them survive in winter season or the climatic conditions, okay, where they are living. Now let's see the next one. Yes, so in plants also they have adapted themselves to live in harsh conditions, like they have waxy covering, okay, spines for leaves, long roots. Roots are basically near the surfaces, okay, die back during drought, fast growing seeds, and can store water. So these are some of the adaptations which they have occupied so that they can survive the summer season. Okay, so these examples like this you can state and you can give the examples when you are writing for adaptations. So with this I'll end today's topic, that is adaptation. Just make notes and write giving many examples. Thank you and have a nice day.